Struggling with sleep? Your bedroom setup might be the problem. In this video, I'll show you 5 simple hacks that will help you sleep better and wake up more productive. Hack number 1, control your light. This might sound incredibly simple, but it's arguably the most powerful and fundamental change you can make to revolutionize your sleep quality. Why? Because light is the primary language your body uses to set its internal clock. Mastering your light exposure means you're taking direct control of your entire sleep-wake cycle, moving from feeling constantly jet-lagged to perfectly in sync. Let's quickly dive into the science. Your body operates on a roughly 24-hour cycle called the circadian rhythm. When your eyes detect darkness, it signals your brain to produce melatonin, the hormone of darkness. This is the chemical messenger that makes you feel drowsy and signals to your entire body that it's time to power down for the night. Without sufficient darkness, your melatonin production line never really gets going. Conversely, when you're exposed to light at night, especially the blue light from our phones, laptops, and even streetlights, it slams the brakes on melatonin production. Your brain gets a confusing message that it's still daytime, keeping you wired and alert when you should be winding down. Even a tiny pinprick of light from a charging indicator can be enough to disrupt this delicate process. So, your mission is to transform your bedroom into a sanctuary of absolute darkness. Blackout curtains are your best friend here. But don't stop there. Go on a light hunt. Cover those annoying little electronic LEDs with electrical tape. If light seeps in under your door, use a draft stopper. And the biggest rule, make your bedroom a screen-free zone for at least an hour before you plan to sleep. Read a book, listen to a podcast, but put that phone away. Then, when your alarm goes off, do the complete opposite. Immediately expose yourself to bright light. Throw open those curtains and let the sun pour in. This morning light exposure is critical. It shuts off melatonin production, kickstarts the release of cortisol to make you feel awake and alert, and most importantly, it sets the timer on your internal clock for the day. This single act helps ensure you'll feel sleepy at the right time that evening. If you wake up before the sun or live in a cloudy climate, consider a sunrise alarm clock, which mimics a natural dawn. A light therapy lamp used for 15-20 minutes in the morning can also be a game changer. Remember the simple mantra: seek darkness at night and seek light in the morning. Light is your body's strongest sleep signal, and learning to control it is the first and most important step to reclaiming your rest. Hack number 2, keep your room cool and fresh. Studies show people sleep best at 18-20 degrees Celsius. A fan or air purifier can also improve air quality and reduce allergies. Hack number 3, make your bedroom a tech-free zone. The blue light from phones delays sleep, and notifications disturb your rest. Leave your phone outside or switch it to airplane mode. Hack number 4, upgrade your bedding. Comfortable pillows and breathable sheets make a huge difference in sleep quality. Think of it as an investment in your health. And finally, we arrive at hack number 5, intentionally design your mornings. How you start your day often dictates how you live your day. If you begin with chaos, distraction, and procrastination by hitting the snooze button 10 times, you're setting a precedent for the hours to come. But if you start with purpose and control, you create a powerful momentum that carries you forward. This isn't about adding more to your plate. It's about being strategic with the very first actions you take. The first and most common hurdle is simply getting out of bed. The solution is beautifully simple. Place your alarm clock or your phone all the way across the room. This forces you to physically get up and move to turn it off. Why is this so effective? It combats something called sleep inertia, that groggy, disoriented feeling you have right after waking up. When you hit snooze, you're allowing your brain to drift back into a sleep cycle, which, when interrupted again 9 minutes later, makes the grogginess even worse. By forcing yourself to stand and walk, you're kickstarting your body's wake-up process. You increase blood flow and send a clear physical signal to your brain that the time for sleep is over. This single change makes it infinitely harder to crawl back under the covers. Now that you're up, what's your very next move? This is where habit stacking comes into play. Your anchor habit is turning off the alarm. Now stack your next positive habit right on top of it. The 2 most powerful first actions are hydrating or stretching. So have a glass of water waiting for you right next to your alarm. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is naturally dehydrated. Rehydrating first thing doesn't just quench your thirst. It kickstarts your metabolism, helps flush out toxins, and fires up your brain for the day ahead. It's a simple act of self-care that tells your body, we're getting ready to perform. Alternatively, or in addition to the water, take just 60 seconds to stretch. You don't need a full yoga routine. A simple overhead stretch touching your toes or a few neck rolls is enough. This increases circulation to your muscles and brain, relieving the stiffness that accumulates overnight. It's another powerful physical cue that transitions your body from a state of rest to a state of readiness. The key is to make this next step so easy and obvious that you do it automatically. Alarm off, drink water, stretch. It becomes a seamless, thoughtless sequence. Once you've hydrated and moved, your next step is to let in the light. Walk over to your window and open the blinds or curtains. Exposure to natural light first thing in the morning is critical for regulating your circadian rhythm. It signals your brain to stop producing melatonin, the sleep hormone, and ramp up cortisol, which helps you feel awake and alert. This is far more effective than any cup of coffee at truly waking up your internal body clock. Now for the most important rule of a well-designed morning. Do not touch your phone for at least the first 15 to 30 minutes. When you immediately check emails, news, or social media, you are hijacking your brain. You're flooding it with external demands, other people's agendas, and a rush of dopamine that puts you in a reactive, defensive state for the rest of the day. Protect this sacred, quiet time. Let your own thoughts be the first ones you hear. Use these first few minutes to journal, meditate, think about your goals for the day, or simply enjoy a quiet cup of coffee. By creating these small, intentional routines, alarm across the room, hydrate, stretch, get light, and delay phone use, you're not just waking up, you are taking control. You are setting the tone for a focused, proactive, and productive day before it even has a chance to get away from you. And there you have it. 5 simple yet profoundly effective bedroom hacks that can completely transform your relationship with sleep and set the stage for a more productive, energized life. We've covered a lot of ground, so let's do a quick recap of the powerful tools you now have in your arsenal. First, we talked about mastering your environment by creating total, absolute darkness. This isn't just about comfort, it's about biology. Blocking out all light sources with blackout curtains or a sleep mask signals to your brain that it's time to produce melatonin, the crucial hormone that governs your sleep-wake cycle. Next, we optimized the climate by making your room cool and clean. Lowering your thermostat to between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit helps lower your core body temperature, a natural trigger for sleep. Pairing that with an air purifier ensures that every breath you take is free of allergens and pollutants, preventing nighttime congestion and promoting deeper, more restorative breathing. Then came the big one, the habit that is often the hardest to break but yields the greatest rewards, making your bedroom a strict no-phone zone. By creating a physical boundary with your device, you're not just eliminating the sleep-disrupting effects of blue light. You're reclaiming your mental space. You're giving your mind a chance to disconnect from the endless stream of notifications, emails, and social media feeds, allowing it to naturally wind down and prepare for rest. We also touched on the simple, almost luxurious act of prioritizing fresh bedding. The psychological and sensory experience of slipping into a clean, comfortable, and great-smelling bed creates a powerful positive association with sleep. And finally, we outsmarted our future selves by moving the alarm clock across the room. This simple change makes hitting the snooze button an inconvenient conscious choice rather than a sleepy, reflexive action. It forces you to physically get out of bed, breaking the cycle of inertia and starting your day with immediate, intentional movement. Now, I know that might feel like a lot to implement all at once. The key here is not to aim for perfection, but for progress. Don't overwhelm yourself. The secret to building habits that stick is to start small and build momentum. So I want to challenge you to pick just one. The one that resonates most, or the one that feels like the easiest win. For me, my favorite, the one that changed everything, was kicking my phone out of the bedroom. I used to be the classic nighttime scroller, telling myself I was just winding down. But in reality, I was getting sucked into a vortex of work emails and comparison on social media. My mind would be racing and it would take forever to fall asleep. The first few nights without it were weird. I felt a bit of FOMO, that nagging feeling I was missing out. But I replaced the phone with a book, and within a week, the magic started. I was falling asleep faster, and the quality of my sleep was noticeably deeper. But the real transformation was in the morning. Instead of my first act being to grab my phone and flood my brain with the world's demands, I would just wake up. I would stretch, be present in my own thoughts, and start my day on my own terms. It was a foundational shift from a reactive to a proactive state of being. So now, I'm turning it over to you. This is your call to action. Look back at the 5 hacks: total darkness, cool and clean air, the no phone zone, fresh bedding, or the alarm across the room. Which one will you commit to trying tonight? Drop a comment below and tell us which hack you're choosing. There's incredible power in making that public declaration. You're not just holding yourself accountable, you're inspiring someone else in this community who might be on the same journey. Let's use the comments to support each other. And hey, if you have a secret 6th hack that works wonders for you, please share that too. If this is the kind of intentional, productive living you want more of, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're dedicated to bringing you practical, actionable tips every single week to help you optimize your health, productivity, and overall well-being. Your journey to a better life starts with small, consistent actions, and we're here to guide you every step of the way. Thank you so much for watching. Now go get some incredible sleep. You've earned it.